Hello there, it's Tessa with Hip Over 50, talking to you about life in England, what it's like living there, moving there, visiting there from my perspective. Yes, I have an American accent, but I am British born. I'm currently in Texas, but this video is about the best time to visit England because, yes, there is a science to it. I mean, we've all heard about British weather, right? That's what we're known for, among other things. And you know what? When the skies are glorious and they're that cerulean and the little puffy clouds are overhead, there's nowhere more charming to be than the British Isles. But we are known for our rainy weather. So that's why I want to let you know when is the best time to visit England? When is the best time to avoid peak holiday periods and the worst of the weather? So let's start with spring. It's a lovely time of year here. It can be gorgeous. Everything's popping out, blooms, greening up, all the flowers are coming out. It can be really pretty. But March can also be quite rainy. It's sort of the tail end of the British winter. I would kind of avoid March unless you don't mind some rain showers and some chilly overnight temperatures. April and May start getting really nice though, and can be some of the driest and sunniest months out of the year. However, April and May also share a few local holidays you should be aware of. School holidays this year are over the first 2 weeks of April because Easter's coming early this year, so keep that in mind. Avoid the Easter school holidays. And then there's a half-term week off in May. This year it will be the last week of May. Plus there's a couple of bank holidays on the 6th and the 27th of May. Last year we had 3 because of the King's coronation. So just to keep in mind, this is a small island. And when everybody's off on holiday, those 3-day weekends that we get with bank holidays, which typically fall on a Monday, it gets kind of crowded if you're all going to the same beach, you know what I mean? So my recommendation for spring, April, excluding Easter weeks, yes, gets a thumbs up, and May, excluding half-term week, yes, gets a thumbs up. And what about summer? Well, summer is typically the time most families travel. It's considered usually the sunniest and warmest time of year, but we always have a twist on everything when it comes to weather. So June is the sunniest month here, and by far, I think one of the nicest months here. July is considered the warmest month, according to the Met Office. August, you would think it would be warm, but since I've been here, it's kind of been giving us a gotcha. It's like you will think we've got another month of summer, then boom, it turns cold again. I don't know about August. I can't wholly recommend it. I've known it to be cooler than either June or July. School holidays start later here than the US. They typically don't get out until the last week of July, and then their holidays run all the way through August. They don't go back to school until the beginning of September. So the month of August is crammed jammed with British folks going to the seaside, going to their favorite, holiday rental, and it gets pretty crowded. And places like London will get very crowded too, because that's when a lot of people take their summer holidays. For that reason, for summertime, I'm going to recommend June, yes, thumbs up, and July, yeah, pretty much a thumbs up. Although if you don't like crowds, a lot of the world gets out of school in June. I know the US, so July could be pretty crowded. Now fall. September is typically drier and sunnier than the months that follow. There's no holidays in September, so that's good too. Early October can be pleasant as well. However, I have to say, last year, 2023, October through December had significantly more rainfall than usual. Early October, you should be okay. November, I don't recommend at all due to the shorter days from the time change in October, and it's just rainy and cold. Now, we also have half-term holidays in October. And my recommendation for fall, or autumn as we call it in the UK, is September gets a thumbs up and early October gets a thumbs up. Now, winter. Yeah, no. I wouldn't recommend it unless you're a very hardy soul or unless you're really into Christmas. But the weather can be miserable. Wet, cold, days are short. December and January are some of the worst months to visit. December 21st, the shortest day of the year, the sun will rise about 8 a.m. and it will set about 4 p.m. So that severely cuts into your daylight hours to get around and about, doesn't it? Also keep in mind these Christmas school holidays are a 2-week period between Christmas and New Year's, and everything here kind of shuts down. People really kind of, take their foot off the gas, and they just chill out over those 2 weeks between Christmas and New Year's. So not only will kids be out of school, but a lot of people take time off. A lot of businesses will shut down for those 2 weeks. It will be very quiet. So you will probably be able to get a short-term rental or something like that, but some hotels, some shops, restaurants, whatever might be closed during that period. But the last gasp of winter is February. There's also a February half term, again, a week off, which right in the middle of the month. I wouldn't advise. I can't really give a thumbs up to, winter month here in England. It's just quite chilly, quite wet, and I don't think you would enjoy it. It's very hard to talk about averages in the UK as that can change dramatically from year to year. There really is no given. For example, last March had more than double the average rainfall, whereas May and June had significantly less. And May and June last year were absolutely gorgeous. So what does that all mean? When is the best time to visit? Well, you would think the summer months of June, July, and August would be the best, wouldn't you? Again, last July and August, we had almost twice as much rain as normal. So I would avoid August, like I said, both for crowds, school holidays, and the unpredictable weather, because June is the ideal month to visit. It's not quite high season, there's no school holidays, and the kids are still in school, and you'll have the best chance of drier, sunny weather. So in general, when you're planning your trip or your visit, for optimum sunshine, you're going to find drier weather and more sunshine, longer days in the south and southeast of England. The best month to visit England is June. Second choice would be May or September. I hope that was helpful. I hope that if you have any comments or questions, you'll put them below and I'd be happy to answer them. And I really appreciate you watching and thank you for supporting my channel. I look forward to talking to you on the next video. Take care of yourself and bye for now.